Finally, Real Madrid able to win a Champions League game. It was against Atalanta, one of the best Italian teams, which now they are, I think they are in the first or second um, place of the Scudetto for winning a Scudetto, but they did a great match. Today we are going to analyze to see what happened in this game. What was the difference between Real Madrid in this match and Real Madrid against Liverpool, Lille, AC Milan, that Real Madrid lose all those games. Today we are going to analyze that. But before starting, I wanna ask you to subscribe my channel and also like the videos, because this is really helping me a lot for making better content. And also in the comments, let me know that what kind of context do you looking for. Okay, for starting a match, I wanna bring the marks and everything that we had. Okay, as you can see, Real Madrid 3, Atalanta 2. It was a shock for all of us. Why it was a shock? Because most people, most football fans, analysts, they were thinking that probably Real Madrid going to lose this game, or approximately they will do a draw, because the game was in Bergamo. The atmosphere that exists in a game was crazy, but Real Madrid showed a Real Madrid way match, what we were seeing from them last year. But what was the difference from now, this game from previous games? As you can see, on the goalkeeper, I wanna check out every single player. On the goalkeeper, there was Courtois. Courtois did very well. He got 8. It was the third best player of Real Madrid, which is completely deserved. He was massive. He was very massive, important. After it, there was Rudiger and Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni gave the penalty for Atalanta. Some Real Madrid fans believe that that was not a penalty, but I don't agree, because at the first sense that TV shows, it looked like it's not a penalty. And Tchouaméni didn't touch the attackers of the Atalanta. But after your review, you understand that there was a touch between Tchouaméni and that player. I don't remember exactly who was it, but there was a touch. Even if you notice in the game, not even Tchouaméni did argue, not even referee checked the game, because it was kind of obvious. After Tchouaméni, the Rudiger. I want to talk about Rudiger because the performance of Rudiger is massive decrease this year. He's not involving in fights. He's not doing his best for getting ball back. I don't know. It's about he's tired, or it's just he doesn't want to involve himself a lot. Like Evan Tchouaméni, Evan Asensio, when they were in a game, they were more involved than Rudiger, which is it's not good. We all remember that last year Rudiger was the best player of Real Madrid in a defense, and he was the best center back in the world. But this season he was not good as before. After them, there was Lucas Vazquez on the right back and Fran Garcia on the left back. They were both same. About their performance, I can just say that both of them did better than what I was expecting. But they were not awesome. They just did better than what I was expecting. I was expecting a bad performance, or a bit better than bad performance, which is kind of expectable because they were playing against Adama Lukman, which is, you know, his talent, how much he's hard working, and Telecatare, the Belgium guy, which is he's also scored. It's interesting that they both scored in this match. It's very difficult to playing against these two players, and also like there's this guy Belanova, he was very good. Also this guy Matteo Rogeri. These two so getting to Talia to left and right side, which is so impressed Valverde and Dani Ceballos, and especially Lucas Vazquez and Fran Garcia, which I can say they kind of controlled. They controlled the situation, and they did better than what I was expecting. After them, there was Ceballos and Federico Valverde. Ceballos was a key point in Real Madrid tactics. Why I'm saying that? Because after Toni Kroos left Real Madrid, always they were looking for a guy who can, exchange the ball in the midfielders, from getting ball from defensive and from midfielder to the attacking position. Dani Ceballos do that job, and like last game, if you remember against Girona, Modric does that. But today Ceballos did it, and he was good. And if he don't get injured anymore, and he can control this, and he could continue this situation, I think he can be one of the fixed player of the Real Madrid. He has that potential completely. And also Federico Valverde, I don't want to say he was amazing. He could be better. This was not the best game from Federico Valverde, but he did what he has to do it. Not more, not less. He did just what he has to do. But he could be, we know that he has more ability to do horrendous jobs, but this game he couldn't do the main point. After this, there is Brahim Diaz. Brahim, it was amazing how he was sending ball. Also, he did the assist to MBAPPE. We will talk about also MBAPPE. In general, the Brahim Diaz game was massive. The difference that he made was so massive. It was so clear that how much he is important for Real Madrid. And I think if he continue like this, he could be also one of the Real Madrid fixed players. After Brahim Diaz, Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is also, he was good. I was expecting this because when he's playing as a CM, or when he's playing as a center attacking midfielder, he's showing very good performance, and he repeated that also. He scored the goal. That goal was completely based on his intelligence. Also Vinicius, he didn't play wonderful, amazing, but he was good. He scored the goal, he gave the assist. It's Vinicius. It doesn't matter how much you're bad. When it's Vinicius, always you're expecting from him that somehow in a magical way he could score a goal or he make a positive point in a game. So a great upgrade for your team. So even if he was coming back from injury, the performance he did was obvious. And after this, I want to talk about Kylian Mbappe, the guy that when he was in a match, I think that this game was the best 25-35 minutes that I seen from Mbappe during this season. There was a couple of times that he scored the goal, but he was not good. But this game he was active, he was pressed, he scored the goal, which is also his intelligence, how he passed the defender was very interesting. So Mbappe game was also very interesting. And from Atalanta, I wanna talk about just about this guy, Lookman. The look, as you can see, this is his heat map. He was very had a massive opportunities, massive importance on a game, and it was not something weird. I was expecting this because he was the most important player of Atalanta, especially in this period, and he scored with Declatare. He was also good, but we were expecting a bit more from Atalanta players. And let's also look at the stats. From stats, as you can see, 56% position for Atalanta, and then 44 for Real Madrid. In the second half, completely Atalanta got the ball and they could control it very well. Expected goals almost 3 for Atalanta, 1.5 for Real Madrid. The reason that for Atalanta is 3 is that they had a couple of chances that the attackers did awful, which is, I think, they were great positions that they could score it, but by wonderful performance from Courtois, they couldn't be able to score it. And in general, I think, and also the great chances, 7 for Madrid, 2 for Atalanta. It's very important, 7 for Real Madrid, 2 for Atalanta. This is show how much Real Madrid opportunities were very important. 20 shoots for Atalanta, 10 for Real Madrid, 7 in a keeper, 3 for Atalanta, and you see the rest of it. But before this, and before checking the classification of Champions League, the state, I wanna talk about Ancelotti and say what Ancelotti did in this game that it was different from previous game. In this game, Ancelotti made a difference by Vinicius, which when he come back from injury, obviously the Gasperini, the Atalanta coach, was trying to more control him. So a player like Bellingham, a player like MBAPPE, they had more space to run in. Brahim Diaz, they had more space to run in, and otherwise that Vinicius got kept in by 2 players, and he was coming back from injury. Still, he was so impactful. So the positive point that Ancelotti had, it was Vinicius. In a tactical way, he also played in a formation of 4-2-3-1, which is the most successful one in this season when they are playing 4-4-2, especially like the last time they played with this position in front of Athletic Bilbao. We seen that how much they were disaster in that game, and now we understood that how much it is important to play with the formation 4-2-3-1 with Vinicius, because when Vinicius is not in a game, it's so difficult to win in game, especially against great and big clubs. And in a tactical way, I don't see a massive difference from Ancelotti. I just thinking that first, Real Madrid players played better. Every time Mbappe missed a chance, every time like other players miss a chance, but today they were not like this. They were better, and also Vinicius. I think this was the reason that Real Madrid could beat Atalanta. There was no magical tactic from Ancelotti. So guys, the video is over, the analysis is over. For sure, let me know in the comment what do you think about the game, what's your ideas, and if you think that is it Ancelotti come back to his prime, like what he did last year, can he repeat it this year and coming back to those positions, those tactics, or you think this game, which is winning against Atalanta, it was just an accident? Let me know in the comments, and until next game, see you, ciao ciao.